So earlier we were singing the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra. So we will speak more about it, but very briefly I just want to mention mantra means something that pacifies the mind. Man means the mind, tra means something that pacifies. So mantra, just by singing or saying a mantra, usually the mind is supposed to become peaceful. And the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra that we are chanting is called Maha Mantra. So it's the mantra of all mantras. It's the best of all mantras. So we will discuss a lot more about it in future sessions. So usually we begin all spiritual sessions, we begin with some chanting and some kirtan like that. I'm sure even though we may not know much about that mantra, as you are chanting, I'm sure you felt some peace, some happiness, some joy. So thank you for singing along with us. And what we're going to sing now and sing are called Mangalacharan prayers. They are prayers for invoking auspicious, getting blessings from spiritual teachers. So please kindly repeat after me. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamahyam Dadati Swapadantikam He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dina Bandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Rishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Vancha Kalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhya Evacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna. One more time.
Hare Krishna.
So please do move forward. So especially those who are sitting in the back, I know you are just getting comfortable. If possible, please do move forward. So we'll have more space for those who are coming later. All right. So we'll try to there are some new faces. So don't worry, we are not some weird people. As Prabhu was introducing, I am also a software engineer. So we also live in this world. We know the headaches and challenges of this world. Spirituality is something that's not for someone living in Himalayas only. In fact, the need for practicing spirituality is greater in a place like this than in Himalayas actually. And many people, myself included, when I began my journey 20 years ago, I thought that if you become spiritual, I thought you leave your family behind, go to Himalayas or some forest, and peacefully do whatever spiritual activity you want to do. But that's not what Krishna recommends, as we will eventually get into the Bhagavad Gita in future sessions. Arjuna did not want to fight. He did not want to do his duty, and he wanted to run away to the forest. And Krishna said, that's not how it works. So please don't be taken aback by the introductory verses and things like that. We will eventually discuss the meaning of those and the purpose behind why we chant all these prayers. So let's do a quick recap of what we did last week. And that will probably help those who are joining for the first time. I see some new faces. I see Harshini. Thank you very much for joining. What's your name?
Sai Raksha.
Sai?
Raksha.
Raksha. Oh, very nice. Thank you for joining. Who else? Who is here for the first time? Balaji. By the way, we call women as Mataji, so as respecting as mother. So welcome, Bala Mataji. Your name?
Bhagyashri.
Bhagyashri. Very nice. I see Ravi. Oh, okay. Ravi Gidwani. Oh, very nice. And any other new faces? Oh, yes.
Ankur.
Ankur. Oh, I'm glad to finally see names to faces. So, I've seen your name, sir. So we'll welcome all the new people with a round of applause. Hari Bol. Okay, so you will all help me do a quick recap of what we were doing. I can put up the slides, and if someone can take the mic and maybe speak about what you remember, that will be helpful. Is that okay?
Yes.
Yes? Oh, thank you. All right. So last week we discussed many things. It was an introductory session. It's going to be difficult for me to summarize that whole session in the next 5-10 minutes. So please do watch the recording of that session if possible. If you have already watched, nice. Because in the first session we established some of the fundamentals on what are the questions to ask. Where can we find eternal happiness? And what problems do we want to solve? There are many problems that we want to solve. For example, today is very hot, right? So inventing AC, so there are many things that we can solve. But we discuss about few problems that we want to solve. So, anyone remember what we discussed in connection to this? The faster you help me, the faster we progress. By the way, there is a second mic somewhere here. Yes. Is satisfying the senses or the mind is equal to happiness? Anyone who came for the previous session? I see Sanket is nodding his head. No, he's what is this called? This is nodding. This is yes. This is
No.
Negative. No separate term for this. This is nodding. Alright. You want to say something? Sanket?
Yeah. So, just on the point of happiness, you in the previous class we classified happiness into 3 categories. One was related to happiness derived from the senses, which is temporary in nature. Other was derived from the mind, or its kind of intellectual pursuits. And the penultimate, or the most important category was the happiness which is bliss related to our soul. So, that's what I remember. Yeah.
Amazing. Thank you so much for yes.
I didn't come for the session, but if you ask me, satisfying the sense of mind is more.
Get you a mic.
It's more a materialistic happiness, which we all try to seek all through our life. Yeah, so this is more of a materialistic happiness. We as human beings, we all sought taking this. That's my opinion.
Very nice. Beautiful comment. Thank you. All human beings, in fact, all living entities actually. I always usually give, in the morning, especially when I come, I see so many ants roaming around. So, every living entity is searching on how to satisfy their senses. So, okay, very nice. You said material happiness. Very interesting term, no? What is material happiness? Any comments?
Temporary happiness.
Yes, material happiness is temporary. Very beautiful. Temporary, as in, we were discussing how if you eat 10 gulab jamuns, probably after the 10th gulab jamun, I don't think you'll eat gulab jamun for one more week. You will not find the same happiness from the first gulab jamun to the 10th gulab jamun. So we are satiated but not satisfied. It is temporary in nature. The happiness is there while you are enjoying the gulab jamun. After 1 hour, you are cursing yourself. I should never eat gulab jamuns like this. So, yes. So it is temporary. And then there is one more quality to material happiness. It's temporary, short-lived. It's also not deep. It's superficial. Only the senses. See, for example, so in my engineering college, one of my friend, all of us went to cafeteria and we ordered nice snacks. We used to have crunchy, hot, nicely spiced samosas. And as we were eating the samosas, it was such a beautiful weather and amazing samosas, having the time of their lives, enjoying with the friends and joking around, crunchy, amazing. As we were discussing, somebody came and they said the results were announced. And they announced the names of some of the people who flunked the exams. Same samosa, same weather, same friends, same situation, but this samosa is no longer pleasure giving as earlier. They were thinking, oh God, now what will I tell my parents? So the happiness we experience from the senses is also not very deep. It's only shallow. As soon as some disturbance at a deeper level comes, then this goes for a toss. Okay. Who can tell me the real problems of life? We said there are many problems in life, right? Anyone experienced any problems? No one? Any problems in life?
All of us have problems.
All of us have problems? But nobody is raising hands. Anyone experienced any problems? Just checking if you are having. Please raise both your hands if you have ever felt any problems in life. See, this is in addition to bhakti yoga, we also make you do physical yoga. So that way you become fit. Okay, so we discuss criteria of real problems of life. Anyone remembers what was the criteria? There were 3 criteria. Can someone please shout out?
Should be common to all.
Okay, first criteria is common to all. Very nice. No one wants it. Very nice.
Nobody avoids them.
Nobody can avoid it. Amazing, right? Nobody wants it, but nobody can avoid it. And it's not that only few people. Last week we were discussing taxes. Somebody brought up the topic of taxes. Yeah, nobody wants it, nobody can avoid it. But it's not actually common to all. College students don't worry about taxes as much. We were discussing. So, this is our criteria. Anything that fits into this criteria, we will say this is our real problem. Anybody remembers what those 4 problems of life are? Only new people, by the way. So Mataji was saying, Janma, Mrityu, Jara, Vyadi. Dukkha, Doshana, Darshanam. Okay, English? Death, disease, birth, and old age. And we had an acronym, anyone remembers? Body. Birth, old age, disease, and Yamaraj. These are the real problems of life that only humans can discuss actually. In most other discussions in your, I'm sure, friend circles, nobody is going to talk about death. I was mentioning, it's a taboo topic. We're not supposed to discuss. In my childhood, I remember, anytime we bring up this topic, there is silence. And my mother would always tell, shh. There are devatas in the upper planets. They will bless whatever you're mostly discussing. They'll say tadastu. and then it may come to your life. So better. And we were discussing, this is like, death is like an exam. So those who don't want to study, those who don't want to face the exam, they'll say, push it under the carpet. Let's not discuss about the exams now. We will see when we get there. And many people, when the time for exam comes, then they inquire about what is the syllabus. Hey, what are we supposed to study? What test do we have? Like that. So, okay. And the 3 levels of happiness that Sanket was mentioning. Happiness that we experience at the bodily level, Sukh, is like a temporary relief from pain, is misunderstood to be pleasure. It's like you have a boil because of some blood impurities in the body. If there are some boils, you put some ice on it. How does it feel?
Cool.
Nice. Wow, very nice. But is it a permanent solution? No. So similarly, the sukha that the material body goes through is compared to a temporary relief from pain, is misunderstood to be happiness in this world. Same problem, we were discussing how you get a new iPhone, you're thinking, children are not listening, husband is not listening, boss is bothering, let me get a new iPhone, at least I'll be happy. And we were discussing how maybe for a week you may forget because you're busy setting up new settings, how do I transfer WhatsApp, all that stuff. If you're busy, occupied for some week, maybe a week at max, and after that all the problems that existed before will come back. The new phone no longer gives you any more pleasure. Then we were also discussing how about mind at a mental level, what the mind experiences is peace or santosha. Can I please request, I promise I'm a vegetarian, please fill this gap if possible, especially those who don't have a wall to lean on to, please come forward. I see Chaitra Mataji is sitting in the back, so if it's okay, please. As more people join in, so we will have more space for others to join as well. And then ultimately we said, most people in this world look for peace, meaning nobody bothers me, I am just by myself, my children are not bothering me, my health is not bothering, I am just sitting peacefully. That is what most people want. But that's also not enough for the soul, because what we are looking for is not peace, but what we are looking for is bliss, happiness. It's not like you have a boil, that boil got resolved. Now you have nice hand, which is no longer giving you any pain. It's good. But unless you do something with this hand, it has no purpose. So that ananda, the bliss the soul experiences, is what we are all longing for. And that's what we discuss. Absence of problems is not happiness. All right. Anyone remembers what we discussed in this connection? Can we get a mic to Deepika? Is that right?
How are we special from animals?
How are we special? How are we different from animals? Thank you. Can you please elaborate?
There are some common habits between humans and animals, such as eating, sleeping, mating, but only human has the quality to connect with God and the spirituality they have. So this is the difference between the human and animals.
Yes, we were discussing how ahara nidra bhayamaitunam cha samanyameta pashubina rana dharmehi tesha madiko vishesho dharmena hina pashubhi samana. If all we are doing, please come. If all we are doing is sleeping, eating, defending and mating or reproducing, all we are doing is only these 4 activities, which is common between animals and human beings. It is mentioned, without dharma, without higher spiritual inquiry, dharmena hina pashubhi samana. So in order for us to be qualified to be called as human beings, we should actually inquire about why am I suffering? I don't want to die. Nobody wants to get diseases. Nobody wants to get old. But why is it being forced upon me? Right? This whole material body, if you think about it, I didn't design it. When I eat gulab jamun or samosa, I'm not thinking, okay, today let there be more acid released. I'm not controlling. I'm not saying, okay, today I'm feeling a little weak in my hand. There is a cut on my left hand. So let there more energy go. So we are not dictating all of that. It is created by someone. So we must inquire who that personality is. Why is someone takes such a great pain in creating a world, such a sophisticated machine, such a sophisticated world around us? And that inquiry is what sets us apart. Okay, so that's what we discussed last week. Anything else that you want to add? Anything else that you remember?
Inquire.
Inquire. Let us inquire. And that's how we ended the previous session. Okay. So before we begin today's session, I thought we will start with a short story. And then we're going to hear two things. Today's session is going to be jam-packed because I'm trying to finish whatever we did last year in 2 sessions in 1 session today. So I will only touch upon the highlights. So we will have more sessions in future, elaborating and expanding on each of them. We'll also pause at appropriate times for more questions. So today we're going to hear a little more about soul. How does our inner world look like? And what are some of the proofs that soul exists? What are some of the proofs that you can give for your own self, for your own better understanding, or for others also? And then we're going to discuss about the mind through some analogies. Is that okay? Okay. Once there lived a king. He had 4 wives. How many wives? He is most attached to his 4th wife. He pampered her. He gave best dresses, jewelries, and best delicacies, different varieties of food. Anywhere in the world, he would bring them and give it to her. And she was the most favorite of all. So that's the 4th wife. And the 3rd wife, he would be very proud of her. Anytime he had to go to a different kingdom, he would take her with him. And he would show her off. Look at my wife. And he's very proud of her. And she is also very loving. But at the back of his mind, he always had a doubt that this 3rd wife of his might leave him and go run away with somebody else. This is an allegorical story. And the 2nd wife was very loving, very compassionate, very friendly. And anytime he needed help, he would always go to his 2nd wife. And the need of the time when he needed the most, she was there to support him, giving him a shoulder to cry on and support him and encourage him like that. The 1st wife contributed a lot. He helped him in many ways. Can I request those who are sitting in the back to come forward? Those who are sitting in the back, if you can come forward. So the 1st wife contributed a lot, but the king mostly neglected her. He didn't care for her, didn't even bother to look for her. So it's depicted in this picture. She's wearing tattered clothes. But one day, the king got seriously ill, and his doctors told him that he only has few days left, so that he's going to die soon. So, the king called all his 4 wives, one after the other. He first called the 4th wife. He said, I gave you the most amazing food stuff, jewelries, robes. I'm going to die, is it possible for you to come with me? The fourth wife said no. Only one word, no, and she left. The king's heart was broken. He thought, wow, this is the person I love the most. I spend the most time, most energy on, and she is not ready to come with me when I leave. So he called the third wife. He said, I was most proud of you. I spent quite a bit of time on you. I would show you off to everybody. Would you be coming with me to my next life? The third wife also said, I am sorry. I am waiting for you to die. As soon as you die, I'm going to marry somebody else and go with them. The king's heart was even further broken. He called the second wife. And the second wife empathized with him. She said, oh, it's going to be terrible. We will miss you. But the best I can do is I can come till your funeral pyre. But we will cry for you after you leave, but unfortunately we cannot come with you. Which wife was saying this? Second wife. Okay, you're with me. And he was thinking, oh God, I spent all my life on these people and none of them are willing to come. Crying, thinking, so much pain in his heart. He heard a very weak, mumble voice. I will come with you. And he turned around to see his weak, tattered first wife. And she said, I will follow you. Wherever you go, I will come with you. And he thought, and he said, I never cared for you. I never spent any time for you. But when I needed you the most, when I am leaving this world, you are ready to come with me. And feeling very grateful, and at the same time that it's a lost opportunity. I wish I spent more time with you, he thought. As I said, this is an allegorical story. Do you know what these four wives represent? Who do you think the fourth wife represents? The king is actually us. We spend most time on something. We are most attached to, we decorate it very nicely, we feed it the most delicious items. Our body. So the fourth wife, unfortunately, when we leave this body, does the body come with us? No. It has to stay back. So the body is the fourth wife. And who is the third wife? Money and fame. Very right answers. We'll give a round of applause to them. I didn't press these buttons. Okay, I don't know. Oh, it's a timer based. Okay, I'm going to leave it like that. Who do you think is the second wife? Right, third wife, by the way, we also spend considerable amount of time earning a lot of money. Right, I hope. So, but would money come with us? Fame come with us? Education come with us? No, none of it actually. But we spend most of our time in these two. And some time also on the second wife. They are there to support us, protect us, especially in the times of need. And they will console us. They are willing to come till the funeral pyre. And they'll cry for us even after we leave. But they cannot come with us. Who does the second wife represent? Very good. Good attention either to the story or to the slides. Either way, we will give you the points. So we'll give them a round of applause. Family and relatives. Friends, family, relatives. So they're there in the time of need. They're supporting us. But they can't come with us. And what does the first wife represent? Soul. Actually, more accurately, it's Paramatma. But in this context of our discussion, soul. The least amount of time we spend on. Right? What do we, for the food, for example, for the body, every day we eat 3 times without missing. Breakfast, lunch, dinner. We take bath every day, I hope. Uh, in America, it's not so obvious. So every day we take bath to purify the body. But what do we do for the soul? That's why it's neglected actually. It's weak. We don't even know if it exists, where it exists. But its soul alone is the one that comes with us. Of course, when we say us, it's the soul only. But soul is the only one that traverses with us. So spiritual life means to understand, it's not that we are asking you to fast from today. Please do take care of your body. Please do earn a livelihood, just enough so you can don't go crazy like Elon Musk. Please do have friends, spend time with family. These are all important. But in addition to this, is it alright if we say, whatever comes with us, the spiritual knowledge, realizations, how much time do you think we should spend on the soul, percentage wise? How much percentage of our life should we spend on soul? How much percentage? Some number? 2 to 5%?
80%,
80%?
Equal percentage.
Equal percentage. 25, 25, 25. Any other numbers? 99%? Okay. Anything else? 100%? No more food for... But what we ask, especially when we are beginning, what we ask is, if you are able to give 1% of your life, forget about 99%, 1% of your life, this is what we usually ask of people. How much is 1% of our 144 hours in a week? I'll help you, 1.5 hours. So if we are able to give 1.5 hours of time, which is the time it takes for the Gita sessions, you will feel the soul is becoming stronger. Your soul feels nourished. And you will have actually more meaning in other areas of life also. And that's what we ask of. And that's the moral of the story. The moral of the story is, give some portion of your time. If you are able to, please do give 2%, 5%, 80%, 99%. I don't know how you will manage, but if you will be able to manage, please do. But at least some portion of your time.
But give what?
Very good question. We're going to come to that in the next session. Here is another story. What do you see in this picture? We'll have the mic. Anyone who didn't have an opportunity to speak so far? Welcome, I see some new faces. What's your name? Lakshmi Narayan. And what's your name, Mother? Radhika. Very nice. Thank you for coming. What do you see in this picture? Please help me move faster. Anyone sees anything here? A parrot inside a cage. Golden cage. Very nice observation. Who said that? Oh, very nice. We'll give him a round of applause. Okay, what else do you see?
Parrot is dying.
Parrot is dying. Amazing observation. Anything else? Yes?
There's a lady holding a wand of feathers.
She is holding some cleaning thing. Okay? Anything else? She is happy also.
She is worrying about the golden cage, not the parrot.
Very beautiful comment. She is worried. Not just worried, she is happy taking care of the cage. She is thinking, what a wonderful job I am doing. Very nice. Okay, anything else you observe?
Maybe it's comparison to us. We are in a golden cage.
The old lady, not so much, but maybe I will use ChatGPT to put a younger person. But yeah, amazing point. So that's true. This old lady is indicative of us, of the modern man, who is so busy taking care of the bodily needs that they forget to take care of the weak soul, saying, whimping, saying, please give me something. We don't even know what that something is. We're going to discuss that. But at least the point is, yes, the cage need to be kept clean, important, but that's not the goal of our life. Is this okay? So we're going to see a little bit about soul. many people have many questions about soul. Last year I remember, are there good souls, bad souls? Animals have souls, trees have souls, like that. So many questions may get answered. We will try to answer as many as possible. I'll quickly go through few slides and I'll pause for a few questions. In the interest of time, I'm not going to recite the shlokas, but never was there a time when I did not exist. This Krishna was speaking to Arjuna. Nor you, nor all these kings, nor in the future shall any of us cease to be. The essence of this verse, this is a very important verse to establish, is the soul always exists. The soul that we have, we don't know what it looks like, but I think coming from India, we all know that we are not the body, we are the soul. At least we have heard it. We may not have realized it, but at least we know we are not the body, we are the soul. So the soul always exists. It existed in the past and it will continue to exist in the future for infinity time. And another important point is soul will always remain individual. There are some explanations where it is said the soul will go and merge into something. That's not true. According to this verse, as we can clearly see, Sarve vayam matah param bhavishyama. In future also, the soul continues to exist individually. So the first point we want to drive away is the soul always exists and individually it always exists. And this is a very famous verse coming from India, especially Andhra. We used to hear this in the morning. Nainam chindanti shastrani, nainam dahati pavakah, na chainam kledyantupo, na shoshayati marutah. The soul can never be cut into pieces by any weapon, nor can it be burned by fire, nor moistened with water, nor withered by wind. Like that. You cannot push the soul away just like that. Because the soul is a categorically different energy. It's a spiritual energy. And matter cannot touch it. Matter cannot cut it. Matter cannot burn it. Soul is untouched by it. It's a different dimensional being. Okay? And some more. Soul is infinitesimally small. We cannot, of course, because we have physical eyes, we cannot see something spiritual with these gross physical eyes. But it is mentioned the soul is extremely small. As an example, it is mentioned, if you take the tip of the hair and you break the tip of the hair into 1 by 10,000th part, that will be approximately the size of the soul. It's very small. That's the moral of the story. Here are some characteristics of soul, body versus Atma. Can I ask Harshini, can you please read it out? We'll get you a mic. Can you please pass the mic? You can read it as body is, Atma is.
Body is made of matter, lower energy. It is destructible. It is born and dies, grows and decays, and it's not conscious.
You can read like this. Body is, Atma is. Body is, Atma
okay.
is.
Body is matter, made of matter, and Atma is a spiritual energy. Body is destructible, and Atma is indestructible. Body is born and it dies. Atma is permanent. Body grows and decays. Atma is ever fresh. Body is not conscious, and Atma is conscious.
Very nice. Thank you. We'll give her a round. So, body is not conscious. It is mentioned matter is dead. By its nature, it's dead only. This matter doesn't have consciousness. Whether I hit it like this, whether I kiss it, it has no feelings. It cannot perceive. Same with our body also. This hand is dead matter. As long as my soul exists in this body, it is animated. Just as a glove, for example. A glove, I put my 5 fingers and I make like this, the glove also moves. But as soon as I remove my fingers, the glove no longer moves. The glove can no longer do anything. So as long as the soul exists in the body seems to be animated. It seems to be moving. It seems to be conscious. But actually, it's not the body that is conscious. It is the soul that is conscious. It's like the electricity that's powering. So, body in itself is not conscious. Okay, here is another analogy to explain our inner world. What do you see in this picture? Five senses. Okay, very nice. We'll be very quick also. Okay, what else do you see?
And the lady is us holding him, running through the fire.
The chariot driver.
It's
So-
us, a human, we are holding it.
It's the mind controlling the
Mind.
Okay, thank you, but that's not true. Mind is close. Body? No, only new people. Sorry, Anish.
Soul is scared of that direction.
Soul, where is the soul in this picture?
Behind the
Behind this chariot driver.
that the white one.
This person is a representative of the soul. He is the soul, you're saying. Right answer. We'll give them 1,000 points. Okay, what else do you see? Is the soul happy?
No, it's scared, I think.
It is scared. It's, what's going on? And what is... it's difficult to guess for... this chariot driver is represented by intelligence. Intelligence is... As you can see, he seems to be malnutrition. Doesn't seem to have much energy. So that's why he's not able to control the horses. And the ropes represent mind. They are the ones, they are the connections to all the senses, and the intelligence, the chariot driver is holding on to those ropes. But what do you see in this picture? The chariot driver is happy, peaceful?
No. I think it tells like if you follow too much of your senses, the soul gets scared and
Nice purport, very nice, thank you. What do you see of the horses? They are peaceful, calm, composed?
everyone going in their own direction.
Direction,
The
yeah.
mind is not able to, or the intellect or the intelligence as you call it, is not able to control the ropes and
Amazing, thank you for the beautiful point. So the horses, they seem wild, uncontrolled. Everything is jumping on its own, ready to probably run away in different directions. And because the intelligence and the mind are not strong, naturally, if they are strong, then they would control the horses and eventually train them, and then it would be a very peaceful situation. But because they are unable to control, the chariot driver is little scared. And because the chariot driver is so weak, the soul in the back, the passenger of this chariot, is also scared. Anything else from this analogy?
The wheel is time.
The wheel is time. Interesting, yeah? Yeah, very beautiful observation. I have never heard that before. Very beautiful point. Anything else? If there was a road in all directions, this is the only chariot, would there be any problems? Probably okay. Maybe the horses are running in this direction, that direction, no problem. But eventually... But what if there are many more such chariots who also have uncontrolled horses? My chariot is going in this direction, somebody else's chariot is going in this direction. What will happen? Clash, conflict. And that's what is happening in the modern world. Everybody has uncontrolled senses and they are bumping into each other. If there's no, it should be done like this. No, it should be done like this. And that's where the conflict comes in the world. At a country level, like Ukraine, all that stuff, or at an individual level. Wife and husband are supposed to be the best friends, but why do we have fights? Precisely this. It may be difficult. I mean, yeah, there's something called immediate cause and ultimate cause. Have you ever traveled in a train? I'm assuming most of you might have traveled. Why is your compartment moving? Because the previous compartment is pulling you, right? So, but what is the immediate cause of you moving? Your prior compartment, your previous compartment. But what is the ultimate cause of the train, your compartment moving? The engine. So similarly, there may be so many other superficial reasons on why fights exist, why there is conflict within family, corporations and countries. But the ultimate reason is this. People have uncontrolled senses, because of which everybody has different self-interests, and there is conflict. We're going to talk more about this in future sessions, but at least I want to bring up that topic. Okay. It is mentioned we have three, you can say multiple levels, but on a broad level, we can say we have a gross body or stula sharira, made of earth, water, fire, air, ether. So this is called the gross body or the stula sharira, and that's what we see. But inside this is what we call as sukshma sarira. Can I get the other mic? No, that is Prashant, can you please, I think there might be some batteries in this, I don't know. Shamu Kumari knows where the extra batteries are. Okay, the second internal layer is the subtle body or Sukshma Sarira. We don't see it, but it's subtle, it's there. I mean, everybody knows we have a mind, we have intelligence. But what we usually don't hear is what Bhagavad Gita calls as false ego, ahankara. We have a real ego, but then we have a false ego, a false covering of our real ego. Which means we have a real individual identity, but that identity has been covered over. When you say, who are you? We say, I am so-and-so, I am Sham. You will say, I am Vivek, I am a girl, I am a boy, I am a software engineer, I am a housewife. But what we really are, we are not any of these actually. What we really are is, we are souls. But of course, that identity is covered over. None of us think, how old are you? We don't say, I never took birth. My age is infinite. When you are filling a passport application, what is your age? Infinite. That's true actually. But the whole world identifies with the body only. So, these are some of the qualities. The gross body is made out of earth, water, fire, air, ether. The subtle body is made out of mind, intelligence, false ego. That is also matter only, but it's subtle matter. Subtle matter is like, for example, air is like subtle matter. We cannot see it, it's matter though. It's made out of atoms and things like that, but it's subtle, we cannot perceive it very easily. But soul, it's categorically a different energy. And the nature of the soul is, it's the most subtlest, meaning, and we were discussing earlier, we cannot see with the gross senses. But the qualities of the soul is, it's eternal, Sat, Chit, it's full of knowledge, and Ananda, it's full of bliss. But because the soul's original nature is covered over, you put a big LED light and you put so many cloths on top of it. Do you think the light will shine through? That's our current situation. We are full of knowledge, but we are right now not so knowledgeable. We are eternal, but right now I don't think we will feel like that. When death is coming, we are fearful. We don't feel, I'm an eternal soul. I'm not going to fear when I leave this body. We're not going to think like that. Because we don't remember we are this. We have completely engrossed in our external manifestation. We forget we are the soul. I'm going to pause in a couple of minutes. So the natural question is, if soul is full of happiness, why do I feel misery? Why am I feeling disturbed? When somebody criticizes me, I feel disturbed. When my body is cut, I feel pain. Why is that? It can be understood through an example. Imagine yourself, you got a new Tesla car, sitting, nice fresh leather. You're sitting inside the car, you're holding on to the steering wheel, and as you press, zing, Tesla car doesn't make sound, sorry, wrong example. But it's the whole car vibrates and you're thinking, wow, I'm the top of the world right now. I got the best car, Lamborghini maybe. And you're thinking, wow, this is amazing. And as you're driving, as it turns, you're also turning inside the car. As it turns left, you're also turning inside the car. And as you go to the top of the mountain, you feel you're the king of the hill. And as you identify yourself with the car and misidentify with the car, then what we call as ahankar takes over you. Then you feel, I am this car. Somebody comes and says something about the car or does something to the car, accidentally scratches the car, gone. We become, why did you do this to me? We feel, that's how we feel. Somebody hits your car, immediately there is pain in your heart. For example, you're all sitting here, there is a loud thunder outside. Poof! You're thinking, oh, somebody hit somebody's car. I hope it's not my car. Because we have ahankar, we identify ourselves with the body so much that anybody says anything about the body, you look ugly. Immediately we feel offended. What do you mean? Somebody says you're short, you're less intelligent. Immediately, is it not? Do we get affected or not?
Yes.
Because we identify with the body. And spiritual knowledge, of course, is elevating our consciousness higher than these. So that eventually, even when somebody says something like that, yeah, we do want to address their problem. Why do they say call us less intelligent? What can we do to improve our intelligence? We will look at that. But we don't feel as much as disturbed as we would be. Quiz question for you. I am the body, I have an Atma, or I am the Atma, I have a body?
I am the Atma, I have a body.
This side, please. Which option do you choose? Second option. All right. Please read out whichever. With this one or this one? I'm a human being having a spiritual experience, or I'm a spiritual being having a human experience? Most people are doubtful. Option 1, please raise your hand. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. She also thinks, the small baby also thinks. How many of you think second option? I'm a spiritual being having a human experience. And right, this is the right option. Why is so? Because in this life I'm a human being. In the next life it's not guaranteed that I'm going to get a human birth. Because, by the way, I'll give you a bonus. Because everyone who takes some pain to make some spiritual progress, according to Bhagavad Gita, is guaranteed another human birth. So you're all guaranteed another human birth for sure. We will discuss why Krishna gives such discounts in 4th session when we speak about karma. But so I am right now having a human experience, but I am a spirit soul. When I get a body of a cat, I am a spirit soul only still, but my experience is so narrowed down to a cat's experience. And human body, actually it is mentioned, we have highly developed intelligence, highly developed consciousness. Cat is only thinking about sleeping, eating, mating and defending. Only 4 things it can think of. It also has intelligence, but it can use intelligence only for these 4 activities. But only human beings can ask these higher questions. Okay, I'm gonna pause here and ask if you have any questions. We're going to talk about proofs of soul's existence next, for maybe another 10-15 minutes. But any questions, comments so far? Going once, twice, thrice. No questions. Okay. Is the mic on now? Or?
Thank you, Prabhu. So, I'm just asking based on the example which you quoted to us. You said if anybody criticizes, we get offended, right? And you said that's ankara because we think our body, it's because our body is offended like that. But how do we call it as ankara? Maybe somewhere we may feel our self-esteem is put down. Like example, you said somebody body shames us. Then we feel really offended and we try to act back or think. So how is that called ankara?
How is it ahankara?
Yeah.
Ahankara means false ego in English. Ego means real identity. False ego means false identity. So when you identify yourself with the body, of course, for practical purposes, somebody calls us ill names. We should do something to protect. But it shouldn't disturb us. As we make spiritual advancement, one thing you'll notice is you will not be as disturbed as you were before. Somebody calls us something, somebody criticizes us, somebody at the least doesn't reciprocate with us. We give so much love in this world, not everyone reciprocates appropriately. We don't feel offended as much as we make spiritual advancement, because we will begin to understand I am not the body. First of all, somebody calls me short, there is nothing I could have done. How much ever Bournvita I drank, I don't think I would have grown any taller. So somebody calls me short, why should I feel offended? I don't have to. So yeah, the point is, it is ahankara because we are falsely identifying ourselves with the body. That's why we feel the pain in our heart. When somebody says something, logically, I don't have to be offended. I am short is an adjective only. Yeah, that's a description of me. I am short only. You're thin. Yeah, I am thin only. So, same thing, it's the opposite also can happen. So you're so beautiful. And you're thinking, wow, yeah, that's true. I'm wondering why so many people are not noticing and telling the same. So those who are easily persuaded by the external appearance, you will feel offended when somebody criticizes. You will feel very joyful when somebody praises us. But it's a praise only to the body. It's a temporary body that I currently have. We ourselves would have criticized in another life. We would have said, what face is this? What body is this? We ourselves may have criticized this body. Maybe that's why Krishna said, I'll take this body in this life. But anyway, I think you get the point.
Thank you.
Thank you. Any other comments, questions? 1, 2.
So when we were discussing about the soul, you mentioned it doesn't go anywhere. It always exists, like it's mentioned in Gita, right? But if you remove the sthul sharir and sukshma sharir, right, then there is no consciousness. So it dissolves, and I think it's a collective consciousness then, right? So it loses its identity. So it's kind of like it dissolves. It exists, but it dissolves.
I think that's why we quoted that important verse. Natvevaham jatunasam natvam nemi janadipa nachayvana bhavishyama sarve vayamata param. Here, Krishna is specifically talking about the soul. Even when liberated souls, for example, advanced devotees, very pure souls, they don't associate, they don't identify with the body. They don't identify with their mind also. Somebody criticizes them also, they are undisturbed. But they still have consciousness, because as I was mentioning, mind, intelligence, false ego, these are also matter only. These are also subtle matter. They have no consciousness. Consciousness doesn't arise from dead matter. Consciousness arises because of the soul. It is the quality of the soul to have consciousness. So when, for example, when the soul leaves my body, this body doesn't have the of course we're going to discuss more about it in karma session, but I'm going to give you the sukshma sarira. If I am not pure yet, if I am still attached to my mind, it is mentioned the soul hangs on to the mind, the subtle body, and it goes to the next life, and then it continues. But those who are completely pure, they no longer hang on to any subtle body. So when their soul leaves the body is still here, the subtle body is also still here, but it no longer has any consciousness, because consciousness comes from the soul. Okay, thank you. Ankuj,
Yeah, so what I was
we'll
thinking,
get you a mic. What you're saying is very important for us.
I know. So I think you might cover it later, I think in later sessions, but what I was just thinking, why do I have to take care of soul? Like if it always existed, I never took birth, I'm never going to die, then why do I have to take care of it? And why now? What will happen if I don't? And another question that I was thinking, does it always have a body? Does it also exist in its raw form?
Good questions. So first question is, if soul is always blissful, always existing, always knowledgeable, why do I have to take care of it? Your soul, yourself, actually, right now, do you always feel happy?
No.
Would you like to always feel happy?
But this is this life, right? Maybe something else will happen in the next life, which I'm not aware of. Why do I have to worry about it now?
So, you're hoping in your next life, maybe you'll be born as the son
Maybe I
of
can be Pandit.
Tata Birla.
I don't know. I'm just like, why now? Like, or maybe I mean, if I'm never going to die, that means I have such a long life.
So if you accept that you're
just
not
a blip, like this life, just a blip in such a long life.
But a very important blip. You hear about, all of us have something called independence. We can choose, every soul, every living entity has independence. We're going to speak more about it in karma session. But when we don't use that independence properly, the experience that we go through in this life or any life for that matter is going to be much lower in quality than the soul's experience, than the pure soul's experience. Soul by its nature is supposed to be always happy, right? So if you accept that you have a soul, in fact you are the soul, your soul should always feel blissful. Why is it not feeling blissful at the moment? Right? Why is it not feeling blissful?
As you talked about, we are discovered by this false entity, right?
So why should you care about the soul? Because you want to always feel happy. Because anando mayo bhyasat. It is the nature of the living entity to look for happiness.
So that means I'm not in my true nature right now?
Exactly. Why out of so many millions of people, why only few people sign up for spirituality? Actually, everybody is looking for happiness. I'll tell you a story. Once one family went on a vacation to nearby beach. Please tell me some beaches nearby. Half Moon Bay. Half Moon Bay beach. So family went, they drove, enjoyed in the cold water of Pacific Ocean. They came back. After a week, wife asked the husband, hey, we need to go get this jewelry from this bank. Can you get me the locker key? So the person frenetically started searching in the sofa. After 15 minutes, the wife came and he's searching in the sofa. Wife asked, what are you searching? He said, I misplaced my locker key when we went to the beach. She said, okay, all right, that was 1 week ago. That was in the beach. But what are you doing here? He said, because it is comfortable for me to search, I am searching here. So what most people are doing in this world? They are searching for happiness only. Why do somebody have to work 10, 12, 14 hours? Morning calls with India, evening calls with Malaysia. So much work. Why do people have to do? What are we all searching for? Is ultimately happiness. But we are searching for happiness in the wrong place. So yes, to your question, why should I do? Because of course, because you're looking for happiness, you came here to understand how can I find permanent happiness. Because as we were discussing, those 4 main problems are guaranteed for everybody here. We are all going to die. We're all going to become old. Diseases are guaranteed. And we don't want to take birth again. So we don't want to have these again and again and again. So that's why it's very natural for us to ask, would you like, for example, 25 years of your education? Right? Let's say you got a PhD, gold medalist from the top university. Would you like to keep that always with you? Or in your next life, would you like to start from ABCD?
I think I start afresh.
You would prefer to start afresh?
To experience something else.
Experience something else. But you don't mind going through 25 years of schooling again?
I mean, I have such a long time, right? I'm never gonna die, so why would I mind? I would try something else next time.
But you prefer that you spend all your time in Zoom calls, office meetings, solving bugs, fighting.
But that's for this life, right? If you say like for the same life, yeah, maybe not. But for next time, maybe I'll try something else.
Slightly different, but punascharvita charvinana. Srimad Bhagavatam mentions, we are chewing what we have already chewed before. Again and again. See how your life compared to somebody else's life. Right? In essence, it's the same. Everybody is looking for happiness. Everybody is looking for happiness in food, enjoyment with opposite gender, buying a house, car. Yeah, this lifetime you bought a Mazda car. Next lifetime you will buy Tesla car. But the quality is the same. What is the purpose of a car? To take you from place A to place B. Are you going to experience tremendously different happiness because you are now sitting in a Tesla car? Probably not. Which is why the soul is disturbed, unhappy, despite trying. And that actually propels us. We are trying to discover who the soul is. Right now we are so engrossed in our body, we are trying to discover our eternal nature. The soul, yeah, you're right. We don't have to take care of the soul. We just have to find our true nature. That's all we have to do. I hope your question becomes more clearer, I'm sure. Yes. Any more? Okay, 1, 2, and then we'll move on.
So my question is mostly extension of what Ankur asked. So if soul is eternally, blissful, why does it take a pain to become a human or an animal in the first place? It can forever be a soul, never become a human, and never go through all this thing then we're trying to go back to soul, like making it blissful. It doesn't make sense to me, right?
Feels like a punishment.
Yeah, very beautiful. Amazing question. We were discussing in the last session. The quality of our questions determine the quality of our life. If you ask deep questions, high level questions, we will experience deeper joy. If all we ask is, where can I get my next bread? Then the quality of happiness is also going to be like that. We're going to discuss this in the 4th session. So, as I said, I think we gave this disclaimer in the 1st session. Most of these questions that you're going to ask will be answered in future sessions. So, precisely why, if soul is blissful, why am I so stupid to come here? Why do I purposefully come to a temporary place where I forget my real identity, which is full of Ananda, Sat Chit Ananda? Why do I want to come here? So we'll discuss that in the 4th session.
Maybe
1, 2.
I just want to talk about the connection between Atma and Paramatma, right? Like I think you briefly touched upon it a little while earlier, saying that the Atma kind of exists separately, right? But I just probably a question and like what with the little knowledge that I have been hearing that like the eternal goal of our Atma is to merge into the Paramatma, right? Is that a thought, or is it more like the Atma remains separate and the Paramatma? Because we say that the Paramatma resides in us and then the Atma is kind of shrouded in this Maya, right? Or so I just wanted to touch upon that, right? On the connection between the Atma and the Paramatma.
So Very nice question. It's a very important distinction we made here. But we're going to talk more about what is the goal of life. What do we call liberation as? This is also we're going to discuss in the 4th session. So we will address that. I'll give you a brief answer. Srimad Bhagavatam is considered to be the highest spiritual knowledge. When we read Vedas, Vedas seem to be recommending merge into Brahman. But God actually has 3 levels of realizations that we will go through. First level is called Brahman realization, Paramatma realization, and Bhagavan realization. Brahman is an all-pervading energy, and Paramatma is an individual personality. Just by looking at him, we feel so blissful, we don't want anything else. But a higher realization than that is Bhagavan realization. And we have something called a spiritual world. It is mentioned 3/4 of the total creation is a spiritual world, and only 1/4 of the creation is material world. That some of us are part of, or all of us are part of, unfortunately. And there are many such material universes. And the goal is to go through these realizations. And in Bhagavan realization, we see Krishna, the Supreme Lord, in various incarnations, like Rama, Parshuram, Narsimha. Varieties exist. So then we have reciprocation. We have loving reciprocation. Right now, because we are impure in our thoughts, desires, we are not able to perceive them or have a loving reciprocation with them. But I don't know if you watched the Narsimha movie that was recently released. There in Vishnu mentions, I am longing to serve you. Actually, God wants to serve and have wonderful loving reciprocation with us. But because we are right now selfish, completely self-centered, we are not able to see God. But we will eventually discuss that in the future. I hope you got some glimpse of where we are going. But yeah. Alright, one final question, and then I think we have to start discussing about.
Maybe you partially answered, but I just want to ask again. So, taking care means, like, for example, for my body, I need to take care by feeding or by putting a dress or something. Do I need to take care of the soul or just understand the soul? In this life, at least.
Right now, our connection, the soul's connection to its ultimate source, is very weak. So, there is one process which is called chanting, by which we ourselves will realize I am the soul, and the soul's connection to the Supreme Soul also becomes stronger, where you will feel joyful for no reason, because that's the nature of the soul. Right now, for us to be happy, we need some things, or some people need to come and glorify us or whatever. So the answer to your question is yes, we must do something for us, the soul, to strengthen our connection with the super soul. Okay, so I can go on with all the questions. I'm sure many more questions exist. But proofs for soul. How do I know that soul exists? Someone was asking last week. I don't know if they're here, but there are many ways we can understand this. But here are some ways. I'll very quickly go through. The first thing, anybody recognize this personality?
Yes. Sridevi.
So, when Sridevi left her body, right? Anybody remembers few years ago? I don't know, maybe 5-10 years ago maybe. In India, usually when somebody dies, we say they left their body. Who left the body? The body is still here only, the person is still here only. Who left? It's the soul which left. The person, the living entity is the one that left the body. And as soon as it leaves, so many chemical reactions take place. The body is no longer conscious. Nobody wants to even touch. That's one way to understand. Soul is different from the body. Here is another way to understand. Here is Harry Monson. He did an extensive study of the human body's composition. He put together this much, how much calcium exists in our body, potassium, phosphate, water, And he did a calculation. He said, okay, all of these ingredients, if I were to go purchase, how much cost it would be? It is mentioned only $5. Our base ingredient cost is only $5. This human body is only cost $5. You see somebody driving in a Lamborghini and they are in an accident. And you go. What would you first try to salvage? Would you try to take the Lamborghini to a car repair shop, or would you take the person to a hospital?
The person to the hospital.
Are you sure? He is only worth $5.
No, person to the hospital.
Person to the hospital. Because of the existence of the soul, the body has purpose. But let's say, I hope not, but he already left the body. Would we care about the body as much? No, we won't. So it's the presence of the soul that gives value to this body. Even though the body is only worth $5 in its ingredients, of course we're not considering the manufacturing cost, but which none of us do anyway. Even mother is not manufacturing. Mother is only carrying. Manufacturing is also done by God only. Ingredients are also given by God only. But the point is, if we only think I am this body, I should be worth only $5. That's not true. This is another way to understand. Okay, here is another question. Why do we not want to die? Why are we longing for knowledge? Who likes to be in ignorance? Who likes to die? And who likes to suffer? Right? Nobody. Not even an ant. Any living entity. Nobody wants this. But we are longing to live eternally. We want happiness always. We want knowledge also. Why is that? Because it is the nature of our soul, nature of us. The nature of the soul is it want to be Sat, Chit and Ananda. So that's why so this is another way to understand. Another proof that soul exists. Just as sometimes we see in the morning sunlight is there, but we don't see sun. But we say sun has come. Sun has come here? No. But by looking at the sunlight, we know sun exists. So similarly, when consciousness is there, then we know the soul exists. So soul, consciousness is a symptom of the soul. A robot versus a person. Imagine a robot and a person, both of them are watching a sunset, a beautiful sunset on the top of the hill, orange. Do you think the robot will be able to recognize the sunset?
No.
Yes or no? If you program it, it will.
Yeah.
But do you think it will be able to feel, wow, such a beautiful sunset. Oh, wow, amazing. Birds flying, nice weather coming. Do you think it will be able to feel? No.
Program emotions.
We may program the symptoms of emotion. It may frown like this. Or it may say like this. But will the robot feel anything? No. Thinking, feeling and willing, these are all signs of the soul, not the body, not the robot. Yes, we can program it to express all this, but it has no feelings, no emotions, no desires. We may program, we may say your goal, should you choose to, is this. But it has, robots in themselves do not have any desires. A computer in itself, unless somebody exclusively, there is an OS running on it, there is no desire, no satisfaction, no consciousness and no experience of its own. Okay, here are a couple of other ways. Near-death experiences. There is a science, a branch of science dealing with what is called as near-death experiences. Somebody who is on the edge of dying, they were in a car accident or something called, there are many books also, out-of-body experience. There are many such documented scientific situations where somebody was being operated because they were in an accident, they were taken to the hospital, surgeon was discussing this with the nurse, they were completely anesthetized, so there is no way that the person would have heard them, overheard them. But still, there are many cases where they are explaining everything as if they are seeing everything from the top of the operation table. And they're explaining, you were asking this person to give, and you were holding with the right hand, you were doing this. And fascinating stories. You can maybe search on YouTube after you go home. Out of body experience and near death experiences. And interestingly, there is also something called past life memories. There is a person, Dr. Ian Stevenson, who studied more than 2,000 cases, and he documented. None of these are set up. As soon as they recognize that here is a personality, there are many such stories. I purposefully did not. There is one video, more than 2,000 such cases. You can go again, search on YouTube, where I was watching in Maharashtra. There was one such experience where the boy, 3-4-year-old boy, from his childhood, they were Maharashtrians by birth. They had no exposure to what language do Jains speak? Marathi. No. Marwadi. My wife is Jain, so I should know. Marwadi. So he had no exposure to Marwadi. But from his young 3-1-2-3-year-old, he was speaking broken Marwadi. And his parents always wondered. And he had particular interest to some palace far distance away. And he was always researching, asking his parents about, oh, please take me to that palace. And the parents were thinking, what is this? And they took him to psychiatrists, and they tried to treat him. And eventually he went to the best doctor in Mumbai. And when he saw this boy, he noticed something peculiar. Then he immediately contacted Dr. Ian Stevenson. He said, looks like he has memories from his past life. So Dr. Ian Stevenson, sent his team. And so they set up that everybody would go from their hometown to this palace. So they didn't tell him about this palace. He said, they told this 4-year-old boy that we are going on family vacation to some place. And as they were going, they stopped somewhere. And as they stopped, this boy got down. And as if he is familiar with this whole place, he said, I know this place. This is my village. And he started walking. And he went to a house. He said, I lived in this house. And when he entered, there was one person who was sitting little dejected. And he said, he is my son. And then they spoke, and eventually they took him to the palace. And this person said, my father used to work in this palace as one of the assistant to the king. This was many years ago. And when he went there, he said, I know this palace. The king used to escape through this route. And the guards were surprised. Many of them didn't even know many of these routes existed. The 4-year-old boy was taking them through this. And he said, they murdered me in one of these cells here. And they found evidence based on what he spoke. They did some research to find, and they found the murder weapon and things like that later on. So this all, and eventually the next day in the news, the story came up, and he became a very popular personality. So many such things like that. The past life memories, of course, only few people have, and why we will discuss in the 4th session. But sometimes Krishna gives us hints like this, that you're not just this body, only fixed in this lifetime. Sometimes people say, if I'm just the body, just enjoy to the fullest. Who knows whether tomorrow exists or not? Just enjoy, break all the rules, drink whatever, enjoy your life. That's what modern world is proposing. But Vedic culture is not like that. Vedic culture is, please be responsible because you're a soul, and whatever actions you have now, there is something called karma. So whatever good or bad we do has its repercussions. So please watch out. So these are some of the proofs that we can intellectually understand for the existence of the soul. Is that okay? I was also planning to cover about the mind. Should we take questions, reflections, and maybe deal with the mind in the next session? Or would you prefer to be overloaded about mind in this session? We will take a vote. How many of you would like to hear about mind? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. How many of you would prefer we take questions and comments and maybe do kirtan a little later? Okay, I'm confused. How many of you want something else that I cannot offer? Because again, as I said, okay. So, majority wanted more. So we will speak about the mind. What is the mind? In the hierarchy we mentioned, it is the indispensable link between the soul and the body. It's the software, we're going to discuss a little later. It's the software that connects the user to the hardware. Without the mind, the soul will not be able to function in this world. And here is another diagram to show us. These are the gross senses. Over that is the mind, and above that is the intelligence, and above that is the false ego. And these are all matter. This is the subtlest matter. False ego is the subtlest matter, and Atma is at the top. So what are the mechanisms of the mind? How does the mind work? Mind is a storehouse of thoughts, desires, previous lifetime memories, unfulfilled desires, and things like this. So it's a combination of so many things. It's like our hard disk. It's a collection of all our memories, desires, and thoughts also. That's what mind is. And what is intelligence? Intelligence is a decision maker. Intelligence says, okay, mind proposes, says, hey, I think you should eat this gulab jamun, looks very tasty. Would you like to try it out? And the intelligence steps in, it says, hey, we went to the doctor last week. Everything is red in that chart. Maybe you should skip it. So that's the function of the intelligence. It's the decision maker, supposedly at least. And the senses, of course, they are continuously acquiring knowledge from the world. Here is another. The mind feels. Mostly mind is all about emotions. It's a seat of emotion. Mind says, shh, look at them in this movie also. It has become popular now. Everybody's movie hero means they have to smoke. And they have to smoke with a, like this. Hey, come on. The mind says, do you want to smoke? Looks cool. The intelligence says no. I've seen in the movies only they put that big advertisement. You'll get cancer, all that stuff. So, sorry, it's not good for your health. You should not smoke. So this internal dialogue that happens in our system is actually happening. We think it's the same. It's the mind only, but it's not the mind. It's the mind talking to the intelligence. Anywhere, feelings, emotions, they come from the mind. Anywhere you see logic, decision making is coming from the intelligence. So mind and intelligence, they are having this conversation. Every day you wake up in the morning, this conversation goes on. It says, hey, time to wake up, time to wake up. Intelligence is telling, remember, you have this to do. And the mind is telling, yesterday we slept late. We had terrible dream. Let me sleep for some more time. And the mind is arguing and the intelligence is saying, hey, if you wake up late, you remember we have a deadline. You promised your team that you will deliver by today. So this conversation is going on. And of course, depending on which side is the strongest, that conversation, that personality wins. If the intelligence is very strong, they'll say, yes, you must get up. The mind is like, all right, I'm going to wake up. But the mind is strong. The mind says, no, I want to sleep for 1 more hour. Then you go back to sleep. So spirituality, the reason, one of the thing we were discussing earlier, what should we strengthen? In order for us to discover the soul, first we must have to discover and strengthen the intelligence. How we do it, we're going to discuss in the next session. But here is one short video. We will see the video and then please be very attentive. You will see some funny things, interesting things. It's an analogy. We'll see what it is. All right. Can you give a comparison between this monkey that we saw and our mind? Anything that you noticed? What did you notice the monkey was doing, first of all? Please say it out loud. By the way, only new people. We'll take one exception. All right.
Watch out for other monkeys. Like, he was constantly looking back.
Okay, no, we'll take. Okay, go ahead.
So when the monkey was eating the bun thingy, and then when the person gave the monkey another new fresh bun that wasn't bitten into, the monkey, instead of finishing the first bun, he started eating the next one, so the other monkeys wouldn't be able to eat it.
Very nice, good observation. Thank you. Okay, you just shout out, Ravi Gidwaniji.
So the monkey was just trying to get more and more and more. He was not being satisfied, although he got enough, but he still wants more.
Very beautiful, amazing. Thank you. Anything else?
It's
No
like
control.
Oh, yeah, you can just say out. Okay, no.
No control. Like, you think give, take, one more.
So
No
it's-
control.
it's-
Yeah.
It's not peaceful,
Yeah,
it's
it's
just
not.
continuously taking it. Okay, very
it's
nice.
like desire, right? Like you just keep desiring and it never ends, right? The more you get, you're still not satisfied, right?
The more it got, the more it wanted. Very nice, amazing point. Anything else?
When it got banana, it was more happier than.
So when it got banana, it was more happy. Good observation, very nice. What else?
I think it kept grabbing more things, but it had the same amount it started.
Very beautiful observation, thank you. At one point, it was holding and then it was dropping to take the new ones. So, but yeah, its capacity is limited. It could have understood it and said, yeah, I already have enough. I am mouthful, handful, bodyful. But still, no, more. It's busy collecting. If it instead just sat down, collected all of it and ate, it would have been more satisfied actually. Right?
Maybe it was taking it for his family.
Yeah, that's true. Okay, anything else?
So like he was not focused, you know. If he wants to eat one, or he wants everything, or if he wants to collect it, he was like monkey mind.
Very beautiful observation, amazing. It's actually trained to be distracted. It's not focused at all. The monkey has been, now it got so much training to be distracted. What will it be good at? Distraction. It will easily be distracted.
I think he was selfish also. Look.
He was selfish also.
Kept looking back just to make sure no other monkey is coming.
It's coming to take it. Selfish also. Very nice.
Although he had so much, but he was not able to enjoy it.
Even though he had a lot, he wasn't able to enjoy it. And he wasn't, of course, satisfied with whatever he had also. Very nice. Anything else? There is
food must be tasty as well.
Here is an analogy table we put together. Monkey mind. Monkeys jump from one branch to another. The mind also jumps. I mean, in this case, it's jumping from one to another. Similarly, the mind is also looking for pleasure. It's jumping from one thought to another. Say, think about it. This you have to plan. Then otherwise you will suffer. And as you are thinking, some other thought comes. Immediately, without finishing this, we jump to another thought. So, okay, let me plan this. Let me plan this. Let me plan this. And we are jumping around. It is mentioned, on an average, we have 60,000 thoughts in a day. The mind has 60,000 thoughts in a day. Most of them repetitive thoughts. Monkey is aimless and restless. Just cutting. Not satisfied. Another thing you'll notice is it's looking for immediate pleasure. That's also the nature of the mind. Mind looks for immediate pleasure. Whatever gives immediate pleasure. You're sitting, working on an important project, important work. Some notification pops up. Your Facebook friend liked your pic. Immediately, my Facebook friend, who liked it? Let me go check it. And then you're checking, wow, this guy liked, this guy liked, this guy. Why did this guy not like my picture? Let me go check. Is he online? Online only. Why is he not liking my picture? Why is she not liking? So, the mind immediately looks for immediate pleasure. Immediate. It wants something now. Give me now, give me now, give me now. Easily distracted, as we were mentioning, because the monkey is trained to be distracted. Similarly, our mind, unfortunately, we are also training our mind to be easily distracted. It's very difficult to be focused on one thing. Another thing is, monkey is busy, but not productive. It actually peacefully ate. It would have eaten more buns than taking one like. And then I have a story to tell about the mind, the monkey not satisfied. Material mind is also not satisfied. It's the nature of the mind. It's the nature of the material mind to be not satisfied. How many of you can fill in this blank? If I only had something, then I will be happy. In your heart, think about something that you are longing. You are thinking, if I only had, please think about what you are thinking about. Only had more money, better boss, obedient spouse. That everybody thinks, obedient children. Once, anyway. Once there was a crow which was crying. One person saw the crow crying. And he said, "Oh crow, why are you crying?" The crow said, "Oh, what can I say? When I, what do the sound of, what is it called? Cow, cow? That's a poor imitation of what I did. It's not the name. For example, lion called roaring. Similarly, I'm hoping. I mean, I will take it. That's what I thought, but I didn't do the research to say is it called crowing. So the crow said, when I crow, when I do everybody throws stones at me. Nobody likes me. Everybody is thinking, sinful crow. So this crow brings bad omen and things like that. Nobody likes me. But look at that swan. It's white and beautiful, pure. It's a symbol of purity. Everybody loves swan. I wish I become like a swan. That's why I'm crying. The person said, "Oh, that's a reasonable problem to have. Let's go to the swan and see how we can become a swan." So he took the crow to the swan. And when they went there, the swan was also crying. Surprised, he asked, "Hey, you're white, you're the symbol of peace. Why are you crying?" The swan said, "Oh, what to say? I only have one color. Look at that parrot. It's beautiful, lustrous green with a red beak. Everybody loves parrot. Oh, I wish I become like that parrot. Said, oh, okay, all right, let us go to the parrot to see how we can fix both of your problems. And when they went there, surprisingly, even the parrot was crying. So the person asked, oh, parrot, you have such beautiful color. Why are you crying? The parrot said, what? Look at that peacock. It has such beautiful feathers. And when it dances, everybody is clapping. Everybody loves the parrot. No, peacock, sorry. Thank you. Everybody loves the peacock. Has such beautiful gait. Oh, I'm crying because I wish I become like the peacock. Person said, yeah, reasonable argument only. So, so he took all these birds to the peacock. And when they went to the peacock, to everybody's surprise, the peacock is also crying. Anticlimax. Person was shocked. He asked, hey, peacock, why are you crying? Everybody is clapping for you when you dance. You have such beautiful feathers. Everybody wants to be like you. Why are you crying? The peacock said, what to say? Because I dance so beautifully, I have such beautiful feathers, everybody wants to pet me. They throw a biscuit at me and expect me to dance. If I don't dance, people are disappointed with me. I wish I become a crow, that nobody bothers me, nobody bothers about me, and I am just peacefully sitting alone without being bothered by me. So this is a story that illustrates satisfaction. This is the nature of the material mind, is to be dissatisfied. We think everybody else in the world is better situated than me. They have better husband, wife, children, car, house, intelligence, job, everything else. And we think only if I had a better supporting spouse, better supporting children, then I would have become more spiritual or more happy and more whatever. But reality is that we are what we are meant to be. Our current situations are there to teach us a lesson. Of course, it's not to say be satisfied, just have this miserable life and continue. That's not the point. But happiness is as they say, the grass is greener on the other side. It looks nice, very nice. They're maintaining well. You go there, you'll see what same problem as ours. So, mind is a thought generating factory. It takes inputs, previous experiences, unfulfilled desires, and it just continuously churns. As you're sitting in this class also, it's churning more thoughts. What you ate in the breakfast, you have a project deadline coming. As you're sitting here, I'm sure we have gone through our share of tens of thousands of thoughts in the last 1.5 hours. And that's what happens. That's the nature of the mind. It's a thought generating factory. Mind is also like a bad friend. It induces us into doing something wrong. It says, hey, this gulab jamun, please eat it. Best gulab jamun. The person they were discussing earlier, this is the best gulab jamun they have eaten, it seems. You also try, come on. And then when you say, all right, I'm going to eat. And then this mind acts as a double role. Then it says, you're stupid. Doctor told no, you should not eat. Have you had this feeling in your heart? You do it and then you repent it later. It's this mind only. It's this double role. It's a bad friend. First, induces us into doing something wrong. We have this experience when we sleep, we switch off the alarm, wake up late, everything goes for a haywire, and then you're thinking, you're a stupid, and who is that person who is scolding you? It's the same mind that asked you to sleep longer. So, mind is also like a bad friend. So stop hearing it submissively. This is the last analogy we'll have. Mind is like a child also. The mind is like a child. It is mentioned, children don't have much discrimination. And they like whatever gives them happiness immediately. Even though they are sick right now, for example, they see cake, chocolate cake, they jump on it. You have indigestion, they don't care. They see chocolate cake and they want it. They see ice cream, even though they have stuffed nose, they don't care. If ice cream exists and they exist, nobody else exists, they're going to finish the whole box of ice cream, even though they have the cold. But imagine a young sibling, a sister is there, and there is ice cream, he has cold, and mother said, hey, be careful, take care of him, I'm going out for a quick shopping, and the mother went out. What do you think will happen? As you can say, sister, brother, the younger brother tells older sister, sister, can I get a little scoop of ice cream? Sister says, no, you will get more cold, you should not eat. Then the child says, no, you ate that chocolate, please also give me some ice cream. If you give me 1 scoop, you can take 2 scoops. I won't tell mama. The older sister is thinking, not a bad idea. All right, chalo, let's go. And they eat the ice cream. The older sibling is actually compared to a weak intelligence. When the intelligence is weak, it succumbs to the mind. The mind proposes, it eludes us into different directions. Hey, do like this is the benefit. You do like this is the benefit. Best gulab jamun. Ice cream, only 1 scoop. Anyway, you already have full stuffed nose. 1 more ice cream, what wrong can it do? So all these reasonings mind will come up with to confuse and convince the weak intelligence. Imagine the mother is sitting in the house. The child says, Mama, I want ice cream. What would the mother say? No. He has good experience. The child says, no, I want it. What will the mother say? Still no. The child starts screaming, I want the ice cream. Ice cream for the ice cream. What would the mother say? Slap, huh? Yeah, very. The mother will still be unmoved. Mother knows that this is not beneficial for the child. So even though the child is crying, the mother has the stability to say no. So mother is compared to strong intelligence. When we have strong intelligence, the mind may beg us, plead with us, scream at us, and roll on the floor and say, I want this. But the mother, the intelligence, the strong intelligence is going to say no. And spirituality in one sense is actually strengthening the intelligence. How can we strengthen the intelligence? Again, as we said, is part 3 you would have to come back for. Okay, we already discussed so. Here is another funny video. Describes anger, but nature of the mind. So what did he do is he has, of course, uncontrolled mind. Something frustrated him. Maybe the keys weren't working, maybe the software is hung, we don't know. The video doesn't describe it. But one thing that we can clearly see is he is very disturbed. And instead of processing it and responding to it, what he did is what we call as reactive. Many times in our lives also, we do this. Children come and says, Mama, can you give me this? And we are on phone. So, yeah, I'll give you later. And then you're talking. Child comes and says, Mama, I want this. Says, later. Very nice, huh? You went for there, huh? Hawaii? Which hotel did you stay in? Then he comes, Mama. How many times did I tell you? So this is the very natural setting for us, unfortunately. Because we have some control over our mind, but not so much control over our mind. Some people, they were telling, one child I asked, whom do you hang out most with? He said, I only hang out with my mom. He said, why? Father, anything I ask, the only response I get is anger only. Anything, Nana, can you give me water? You only go and get. For him, no control at all. The only input, output is reactional. There is no processing that does the. So some people, they have so much uncontrolled mind that it's almost like animalistic only. No intelligence to process what I am saying is beneficial, how is it going to affect the long-term relationship and things like that. Some of us have few cycles left in us. We will process it few times and still they push us, then we burst. So the longer we are able to absorb without reacting, the more advanced we could consider ourselves to be. Many people are smiling. I will skip the verse in the interest of time, but one must deliver himself with the help of his mind. So we cannot say, oh, this stupid mind, always making me do things. If anybody has ever made New Year resolutions? I will lose weight, I will exercise, I will give up these bad habits, bad association. Anybody has this experience? It's mentioned 85% of New Year resolutions are gone by February 15th. People even forget. Sometimes we write this year, New Year resolution. And you turn back, last 3 years, same resolution. And they forget also. Anyway, so this mind, we may say, oh, because of this mind, it's degrading me. I better get rid of my mind. Unfortunately, we cannot do that. Our mind is the only mind we have. So we cannot just get rid of the mind and get something else. So one must learn to deliver himself with the help of his mind and not degrade himself. So there are some things we do in our daily life that we must be doing currently that degrade our mind. So if we understand what those are, we can actually start reducing them. We may not be able to immediately cut them off, but at least start reducing them over time. And maybe in a year, maybe in 2 years, 10 years, we will be able to control the mind to such an extent where we will not be disturbed by the mind. Where I notice, for example, my children, when we say no, they don't cry. I've seen other children, when we go out, they ask, Mama, can you give me this ice cream? And the mother says no. The child knows the sequence of events. So he knows after 4 times the mother has to give. Says, Mama, please give me ice cream. No, it's not good for you. Mama, give me ice cream. Mother is saying, no, it's not good for you. Mama, if you don't give, I'm going to scream. All right, I'll give you the ice cream. So because this child has been trained, he knows when my mother is on the phone, that is the time to get. My mother is in the meeting, that is the time to get. So they know all our weaknesses. This time, what to get. So we can train our mind to train our intelligence and the mind to better ourselves and not degrade. The mind is the friend of the spirit soul and its greatest enemy also. So when is it our greatest friend? When it is controlled. When is it the greatest enemy? When it is uncontrolled. Can you imagine yourself? Your biggest friend and worst enemy is inside you only. And you don't know when it turns from best friend to worst enemy. The transition is so slow and smooth. You do not even know. That's the danger. So that's where we need to have the intelligence to detect. Here is one picture. Disturbed and impure. Can you see what's inside? Cannot. Yeah, we have a lot of trash. But here is a picture on the other side. Undisturbed and pure. So we can clearly see through what's inside. So if you want to perceive your soul that's lurking inside, if you want to have clarity in life, we're always confused whether to go to India, do this, buy that. How do I handle children? Try this, do this. We're always confused. We don't seem to have clarity because of this. Because we don't have a mind that's controlled and pure. Because of which we are not able to see things as they are. And we are also not able to perceive our soul also. Why are we speaking so much bad about the mind? Because a problem well understood is a problem half solved. So first of all, we understand that the mind can be the best friend or our worst enemy. Then what is our life's goal? Life's goal is one of the goals is to make my mind my best friend. And we will do everything in our power to train our mind to become our friend. So otherwise, we will just be feeding the mind whatever it wants, like the monkey was doing. Oh, give me this, and then we'll say, all right, I'll give you this. And then monkey mind says, give me something else. Oh, Parana, more happy. Give me latest iPhone. Something else. Tesla. Oh, this wife is not giving me happiness. Divorce her. Give me another wife. This husband is not listening to me. Divorce him. Give me another husband. That's what is happening in the modern world. Because it's surprising actually. In America, every other marriage results in divorce. So why? Yes, very simple. The monkey mind, everybody is thinking I'm the mind. And the goal of life is to satisfy the mind. And the mind, as we know it, is never satisfied. It jumps from one thing to another. Oh, banana. Oh, donut. Very nice. Similarly, oh, this person is no longer giving me happiness. Let's jump to one more. And once you gain the process experience, it's very easy. So we're going to speak. Because mind is the source of all the problems, relationships, and so many of them can be fixed when we understand this properly. And spirituality is really, as I mentioned in the picture, is really about purifying our mind and purifying our inner world so that we can actually experience the joy, the happiness that the soul has always experienced. That we will be able to see in our life and share with others also. Alright, I am going to stop here. So you will help me quickly summarize in another 5 minutes as fast as possible. What did we discuss today? Anybody remembers the story of the king?
Yeah.
Please shout out what do you remember from the story of the king.
4 wives.
4 wives, yes. What else?
Compared to our body.
The 4th wife is compared to the body, most time spent. Okay, what else?
The third wife.
3rd wife, money. Most of our time is spent on that also. She also doesn't come with us, unfortunately. Friends and relatives, they also cannot, even though they're loving and caring. The first wife? Soul. Okay. She comes with us, but most neglected. So we should spend some time. Alright, next.
What is about soul?
Parrot and the cage. Yeah, polishing the cage is important, but in addition to that, feed the parrot also. What that feeding the parrot, we'll see in the next session. So, about soul we discussed. It's eternal, individual, and of course spiritual. It's not matter. About the inner world, we have a gross body, and then we have subtle body. What is the subtle body made out of? False ego. And then we have the soul, of course. And as proofs for soul's existence, we spoke about when somebody leaves the body, they say, he left the body, but he's there only. Who left? The soul left. Are we worth only $5? I hope not. And why are we looking for Sat Chit Ananda? Why do I want to be happy, eternally existing and full of knowledge? Because that's the nature of the soul. Near-death experiences, out-of-body experiences. These are all various proofs, logical proofs some ways for us to understand I am not the body and the soul. Past life memories. And about mind, we discussed monkey mind. Our mind is a monkey mind, jumping from thought to thought, aimlessly, endlessly, just searching for some immediate pleasure, without purpose, without focus. And we are training, unfortunately, the mind to be distracted. What will be, if you want to be good at something, we train. And because we are training our mind to be distracted at, what will we be good at? Distraction. And that's our destruction. And mind is a thought generating factory. Anybody has whose mind is a bad friend? No?
It's a good and a bad friend.
Good and a bad friend. Remember the analogy of mind is like a child. If it is trained properly, eventually it understands that even though I cry, my mom is not going to give me because it's not beneficial for me. So I'm going to ask. But as soon as the mom says no, the child understands, okay, I'm not getting it. That's it. No, whether I scream 10 times or 20 times, I'm not getting it. So similarly, the mind, as it gets trained, it actually learns to be focused, to be satisfied, to adjust instead of screaming and distracting us. It can be our best friend or our greatest enemy. And disturbed and impure. One of the goals of spiritual life is to make the mind peaceful. And when it becomes peaceful, it naturally, and over time, it becomes pure as well. Alright? So in the next session, we're going to speak about how to train the mind to be a friend. Why do I sometimes feel lazy, crazy? We're going to speak about how different people find happiness in different things. Are all those authorized? Some people find happiness in drinking, some in drugs, some in playing sports, watching sports, cooking. What are all these varieties we will discuss. And also we're going to discuss why do we need spirituality. Thank you very much for your patience and attentive audience. Hare Krishna. This I think is the longest I've spoken in a long time. So, any questions, reflections, comments, questions? There is a mic. But before that, I forgot. We will all stand up once. We will bring our energies back. So we're going to do, some of you who were here last week, you know, we're going to do Gauranga Nityananda. So we're going to stretch our bodies. So we're going to get some energy back. So we're going to, if everyone who are sitting in the back, if they can come in the front. So we're going to do Gauranga Nityananda. So those of you who are here for the first time, this is our mix of spiritual bhakti yoga and physical yoga. So as we stretch, you can try to stand on the toes and try to touch the ceiling. I see some tall people, only they may be successful, but we'll try anyway. So we will stretch. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Gauranga Nityananda, 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 Gauranga Nityananda. Thank you. If you need some water, please do get. After this, we're going to have Kirtan and then Prashadam. So maybe another 15 minutes at max. Okay, any questions?
So this is, I'm thinking
please
about
do sit down.
this.
If you're not planning to get water, please do sit down. So people in the back can hear or see.
So I'm thinking about this question from a very long time. So when we talk about we have one soul, and when our sharir ends, the soul goes to another sharir, or any, like we become insect or dog or anything. So that's one soul, right? So now the population is like increasing. So where are these souls coming from? Like new. And if they're like age to the soul, like how do I know that what is my age? Like what is the age of this soul?
That question is easy. Your age is infinite. For us, living in this temporary world, it seems awkward or difficult to understand infinite time. But that we are infinite. We have been existing from time since immemorial. The concept of time, the energy time do not act on soul actually. But anyway, so that's an easy question to say. Difficult to realize how you are infinite is difficult to realize. But when we understand fully that I am the soul, when we are able to, from the muddy, disturbed waters to undisturbed, pure water, you will see that you are no longer 30, 40 years old or 20, 10, 80, 70, but infinite. Your other question is, where are all the souls coming from? Of course, this universe is much bigger than we can experience. Even in this life, we can see there are so many infinitesimal living entities. There are microbes, bacteria, algae, and so many things. That there are so many living entities. They are also souls actually. Anything that can move, perceive, looking for sustenance, reproduction, sleeping, eating, mating, defending. It's a soul. There is soul inside it. But where are they coming from? Actually, it is mentioned we have unlimited souls spread across unlimited material universes and unlimited spiritual universes. So, people, living entities from other planetary systems or living entities from animal, microbial world to human. I mean, they don't directly jump from there. It's a slow progression. But our population is not much. I mean, if you think about just animal population and plant population, because we're killing so many plants, they are taking birth as humans, so as to take, what do you say, revenge on us and become your neighbor. I'm just joking, but I hope it answers to some extent. Okay, any other questions, comments?
I was thinking past life memories is like psychological problem, but you mentioned that as one of the soul
proofs of soul, yes.
So is that also listed in Bhagavad Gita or like talks about that? Or?
Of course, Krishna mentions many times about how we have multiple lifetimes, especially in the 4th chapter of Bhagavad Gita, for example. He says, Arjuna asks Krishna, hey, Krishna says, I have spoken this to Vivashwan many millions of lifetimes ago. And he asks, hey Arjuna, I know you took 6 months before me. You were born 6 months before me. Then how come you spoke millions of lifetimes ago to Vivashwan, the sun god? The same knowledge, the Bhagavad Gita. And Krishna says, you and I took many births. But you forgot all of them, but I remember. Of course, the super soul, the Supreme Lord, he doesn't have this forgetfulness. He is able to remember. So many such occasions where we can get this hint where it says soul exists across multiple lifetimes. Is there any mention of past life memories in Bhagavad Gita? Not specifically in the Bhagavad Gita. Bhagavad Gita is not much of a storybook, but Bhagavatam and so many other books. I don't think I have it here. Bharat Maharaj, one of the reasons why Mother Earth, India is called Bharat Bhumi, is because of a king named Bharat Maharaj. When he had old enough children, he left his kingdom and wanting to dedicate himself fully to spirituality in this day and age. In that day and age, that's the recommended process, to leave everything behind, go to the forest and do his spiritual activities. Not the recommendation in this day and age. He gets attached to a deer, and when he leaves his body, it is mentioned yam vapi smaran bhavam Vyajatyante kalevaram tam evaiti kaunteya sada tad bhava bhavita. Whatever we remember at the time of death is what we will get in our next lifetime. So we're going to speak more about this in the karma session. So he actually gets the body of a deer. And in the deer body, by Krishna's blessing, he made tremendous spiritual progress. But he remembers his past life. And then he's very careful. Even though he is a deer, he always associates only with sadhus. He comes near and stays. He only ate grass, dry grass, purposefully doing austerities for purifying. And then he takes one more birth and he remembers both the previous births. There are many stories like that where on some occasions there is a purpose. In this particular case, there was a purpose on why he remembered the previous life. And in most cases, that these 2000 cases of past life memory, you're right, it's very traumatic. It's very traumatic. Can you imagine being killed, taken, everything from you taken away, and you remember very distinctly who all cheated you, who all did what? How can you peacefully sleep? So, it's traumatic. So. Okay, Raviji.
So usually I compare like body like a hardware and soul as like a software. So something that's I usually don't add up is like, typically there's a very similarity, like your body works like your PC. Your PC is worth maybe $1,000, but you could have $1 million software running on it. So soul is much more valuable in that sense. But then what I feel is like once the software life cycle is over, it's gone. I mean, if the hardware doesn't work, software doesn't work. You don't. I mean, who uses DOS nowadays, kind of thing, or the old OSs and all. So how do we know? Like, I mean, so in my that's what I kind of relay with. Soul is also like, once your body is gone, it's all gone. Kind of, they are hand in hand. So that's where I
put this picture, but I thought in the interest of time I couldn't put every analogy. Let me show you this. So the hardware is actually compared to the gross body. So we have, for example, I have this computer, I have the hardware, but without software in it, it's useless. So there is software, the hardware is compared to the gross body, and the software is compared to the subtle body, the mind, intelligence, false ego. But the user is compared to the soul. You have a nice computer, but somebody must use it. And let's say I use this computer for 5 years. The hardware became weak. Software over time got a lot of viruses. That also became buggy and slow. What do? I change my laptop. I get a new laptop. But I would back up all my files somewhere. And then I download that backup. It looks fresh. It works fast. Maybe the wallpaper is different now. The icon colors, iOS 26, now it may have glossy effect. But the underlying things are, the files I still have. So similarly, death is like that. When the computer of the hardware of my body is no longer good, software has become weak, then the Supreme Lord arranges for us to get a new hardware. And then takes a copy, whatever is the consciousness we have at the time of death, that copy is uploaded and downloaded to a new body. And that body, again we are fresh, we have nice, no joint pains, no neck pains, no grey hair, everything start fresh, but we continue from where we were in our previous life. So some of the software properties still carry over. So some of the viruses that were there earlier, if they exist in your backup, they'll exist in the new system also. So eventually it's going to slow us down, because right now we have fresh hardware, no problem. But as the hardware ages, then all those software bugs will also come forward. Is that okay? So the soul is not the software in this analogy, but the user itself. Thank you.
So thanks. So actually on that note, like then a friend keeps talking, okay, if you do Krishna thing and all, you'll get moksha and you'll not get rid of this life and birth, all the cycles. So if everyone does moksha, then the universe will disappear. So
once I won't narrate the story, but because there are unlimited living entities, in karma session we'll discuss why did we come to this material world, who comes to this material world, And Krishna will be happy to close down the material world completely and only have spiritual world. But there are always rebellious souls who want to independently enjoy separately from God, without following the rules of God. So unfortunately, this prison, we will talk more. We'll remain open for some time. But yeah, we'll be happy to close it down. Krishna will be very happy to close it down if everybody is willing to come back.
Thank you.
Thank you. Any other comments, questions? Oh. All right, as long as the children don't throw stones at me.
I'll be quick then. So you mentioned mind, intelligence, and soul.
False ego. Mind, intelligence, false ego.
False ego. Is intelligence the flavor of mind, or should we attribute that to soul, or nothing? Separate.
Intelligence is a separate thing. Again, as I said, the functionality of intelligence is to say right or wrong. Do this, don't do this. So it's not part of the soul. So, yeah, much more can be said in a future session. Time is not on our side. Any final comments, questions? Alright, so we're going to do a short kirtan and then we'll head to Prasadam. Can we call the kids to come? So, and then we'll do kirtan. Thank you. Hare Krishna. Please come, take a seat. If we can fill in all these places, I think that will be nice. While we are waiting, I think we have few quick announcements. Mohit Prabhu, would you like to make the announcements? I can give you my phone also. Whatever only essential use.
So first of all, I would like to thank all of you again for coming and being part of this session. This session is possible only if all of you are here. Right? We cannot talk to the walls, obviously. So thank you all for coming here and taking part in this. Yeah, big round of applause to all of us, all of you. Thank you. I would also like to thank all the teachers who have taken care of the kids very nicely, so we can focus on this class over here. I think today the kids have done a very beautiful art. The Radhashtami is coming next, so they have done a very beautiful art to celebrate Radhashtami. So when you get to meet them, you will see what they have created, and I'm sure you will gonna like that. So they have made a beautiful art in the class. The adults also have, today's class was very, I would say, interactive, and a lot of good questions are coming. So we hope to continue to do that and see more kids in that classes. We don't have all the teachers here, so I cannot call them and thank, but if you meet them, please thank them and introduce yourself to them. If you have any questions about the class or about the kids, you can ask them. They will be happy to answer that. We have QR code for this person?
Yes.
So we also have the Venuji, he's not here. Venuji and I take care of the communication. So we'd like to thank Venuji for taking care of the communications part. We have a lot of volunteers who make the sessions happen. we have Madhuri Mataji and Balaji Prabhu who take care of the cooking coordination. So we do once a month all cooking by Prabhuji. That's when which is gonna come next week. So all the Prabhu's gonna cook. Mataji will get a rest in a 1 week in a month. So that time Balaji Prabhu take care of the coordination. Otherwise Madhuri Mataji will take care of that. So I'd like to thank both of them. We also meet as a congregation once in a month to do in-person Japa session. So our next Japa circle is coming next Sunday, 9/7. So if anybody of you are interested to join, please scan this QR code. You can sign up for that. It happens in morning, Sunday morning. We start at 6 o'clock. It goes till 9 o'clock. So we do 16 rounds of chanting. But even if you can come for 2, 4, 6, 8 rounds, that's okay. So whatever you feel comfortable with, come and join. The session will start at 6 and go till 9 o'clock. We have a speaker who guides us through that, how to do japa. So this time it will be guided by His Grace.
Another Shyam Prabhu.
Yeah,
Shyam Rupa Prabhu.
Another Shyam Prabhu. His name is Shyam Rupa Prabhu. So he will be guiding us through that session. So please sign up for that. QR code is on the TV. If you want on the screen, if you want to sign up for that. That will happen on 9/7. That will be in addition to obviously we still meet a Saturday evening. Our class will continue. That will be another session if you want to attend. We have the announcements for the cooks. So this today's feast is made by so we have jeera rice made by Madhuri Mataji, Madhuri Lata Mataji. Let's thank them by.
Please be more generous. Yes. Prashadam is coming. You can spend the last ounce of energy you're storing.
Kadi is made by Sakshi Mataji. Sabji is made by Sabji and rotis. Both are made by Ram Babu Prabhu and family. And we have papadam friends by Chitra Mataji. Gulab jamuns are coming. That is made by Vijeta Mataji. We also have ice cream made by our Shama Mataji. And we have another sweet made by Manju Mataji. So full of sweets. And fruits for the kids were brought by Gayatri Mataji. Let's thank them. Okay, and so same thing. I think that's only for people who are coming for the first time. While taking prasadam, we will have Prabhuji sit one side, Mataji and kids sit on other side. We will have Ranjit Prabhu guide us how to sit. So please follow his instructions, and so that we can make the proper arrangement for everybody to sit in this space. Do we have any special events, any birthdays or any special events coming up?
Ramba.
Chavi Mataji also brought us some prasadam. Mataji, what did you bring? Papadams. Okay, Chavi Mataji also made papadams with Chatra Mataji. Thank you, Mataji. Yes.
We have Ramba Prabhu's birthday. I don't know, is it today? Prabhu is visiting from India. He is friends with my father. So they practice bhakti in India. So we are very happy to have his association and we are very happy to celebrate. So they are just very intelligent. So they are sponsoring one sabji and all the roti. There is a devotee kitchen here called Radha's Kitchen, made by devotees. So it's sattvic, pure, offered. It's prasadam basically. So they got us very nice curry and rotis. So let's thank them. And we will sing one. Usually we sing this Krishna conscious birthday song. If you're not sure, you will get it. Kids, let's start. Ready? 1, 2, 3, start. Hare Krishna to you. Hare Krishna to you. Hare Krishna dear. Hare Krishna to you.
sponsoring this prashadam. And yeah, so I think now we will do little kirtan and then we'll go for prashadam.
Please fill up the space. There is some Mataji standing here. You want the special effects? Please switch off the lights and then we will, please do come and sit here so you can feel part of it. Please pass it on. Yashoda Dimpi. Aishe Shri Gopalako mere baar baar pranam जैया है अद्भुत जिनकी Please sing louder. ऐसे श्री घना श्याम को Come on, make it louder. बचायो ग्राह से गज को पान छुड़ायो ऐसे कृपा राम को मेरे बारंबार प्रणाम I can't hear anyone. Please sing louder. पांडव को युद्ध मचायो अर्जुन को उपदेश सुनायो गुरु पांडव अर्जुन को उपदेश सुनायो ऐसे दीनानाथ को मेरे बार बार प्रणाम है Bajare Hey Govinda Everybody you need to Hey, Bhaja Govinda. We need to get better at this. Bhajare. Hey, Bhaja Govinda. Gopala Hare. Bhajare. Hey, Bhaja Govinda. Gopala Hare. Radhe Govinda. Radhe Gopala, Radhe Gopala, Radha Padasharadi, Radha Padasharadi, Gandharika Giridhari, Gandharika Giridhari, Radha Parishishwara, Radha Parishishwara, Radha Kalachandri, Radha Kalachandri, Rukmini Dwarkadish, Rukmini Dwarkadish, Radha Madan Mohan, Radha Madan Mohan, Radha Panch Bihari, Radha Panch Bihari, Radha Damodara, Radha Damodara, Radha Gokulanandana, Radha Gokulanandana, Radha Gopi Vallabha, Radha Gopi Vallabha, Radha Gopinatha, Radha Gopinatha, Radha Kunja Bihari, Radha Kunja Bihari, Radha Landanishwara, Radha Landanishwara, Radha Nila Madhava, Radha Radhanatha, Radha Ramana, Radha Rasa Bihari, Radha Shyama Sundara, Radha Vrindavan Chandra, Kishore Kishori, Kishore Kishore, Gaura Hari Bo, Hari Bo, Hari Bo, Gaura Hari Bo, Gaura Hari Bo, Hari Bo, Hari Bo, Gaura Hari Bo. Jai Gaur Premanand Hari Naam Sankirtan ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Samaveta Gaura Bhakta Vrinda ki jai. Hare Krishna. Thank you. Please come take prasadam.
Oh my God.
कैंसिल होके मत करो लाइव
ट्रेंड ना
हाँ कर दो